Welcome to the story room. I have a terrifying tale for you today called AC 130U Scorpio. This is the log of the AC 130U Scorpio. To start off, we've had 2 crew overhauls in the last 3 days. Morty has been promoted to captain instantaneously and given command of the craft. He's had a rough time, but he's going to have to pull himself together for this op. His younger brother was killed down on the ground yesterday. The guy was a SEAL. Complete overhaul because of what happened with Team 1. We're renaming the mission Operation Sterilization rather than Cleanup. According to them, cleanup seemed more colloquial and casual, or at least that's what they told us. Sterilization was more direct, more formal sounding. It was the original name for the operators going in, and as far as I know, SEAL Team 3's troops were slaughtered, Fire Team scattered and broken up, and they've sent in the Marines in a direct engagement operation. The mission still remains the same. We watch the perimeter and keep infected inside the quarantine zone. I've begun to question this mission in the first 3 days. I've seen a lot and done a lot. Things ain't right. Captain Morty is telling me we're heading in. Due to new protocols, the only people carrying sidearms on board the plane are Captain and the commanding officer. If we go down, we have a weapons locker. Nobody carries inside the plane until an emergency situation where we must evacuate and defend ourselves occurs. He has told me he wants me to include a more in-depth personnel log format. I'll do so to the best of my abilities. This time, we're going to remain in the air for 2 days, along with a second gunship in the air. They've taken over a small airstrip down in the city, using it as a makeshift firebase and command center. The place is a fortress now. We've been told to be on the lookout for special infected mutant types. These things are supposed to be horrific, distorted, and very deadly infected, somehow reacting to the virus based on body conditions at the time of infection. 12:30, leaving the runway one more time. 1300, nothing as of yet. Comms are coming on now. We're getting warned that the place is going to be a blitz when we arrive. Hordes of infected are reaching the third perimeter, and the gunships on patrol currently are running dry. So are the AHs. 1325. We've made it into the area, and there are hordes of infected down there. We've been cleared to engage. A large mass of an estimated 300 infected already reaching third perimeter. Estimated 50+ infected beginning to breach barricade. Special infected encountered. Described as large female infected gaping wound. Second set of arms. Second head. Bodies distorted and decomposing. Creature emerging from womb very hostile, ripping fellow men apart. 1330. Clear, hit on target with 40mm Bofors cannon. Still combat effective though, and beginning to breach perimeter. Hit with second volley of rounds. Still standing. 125mm howitzer used on an entire area. Target appears to have died, along with 13+ infected confirmed KIA. 125mm reloaded. 1332. 125mm use on large mass of multiple hundred infected. Dispatch groups effectively. Runners reaching 5th perimeter. Barricade breached according to ground team 2. 1333. Firing at gate with 40mm to eliminate large groups of infected moving through the wide formation of infected, making it easier to target and wipe them out with the 40mm. Ground runs red with blood and guts. Quite a sight. 1335. Infected still breaching. Team 2 is able to hold the ground with help from the AH-64s. Luckily, no special infected encountered. Command breaks line. Informs AC 130U to get our butts in gear and eliminate the formation. 1340. All infected eliminated. Still more arriving from city. Estimated 450+ kills. Estimated 250 leaving first perimeter. Readying for second wave. Team 2 struggles to create makeshift barricade out of APCs, Abrams tanks, and Humvees. 1345. Infected reaching second perimeter. First formation cleared with 125mm comms have opened. First MEF commander has let us know they are encountering heavy resistance inside the city. It was broadcast on all channels. The city has it worse than us, but the President and Congress refuse to let us fire upon the city with heavy ordnance, getting too personal for the logs. Engaging groups of infected. 1347. Eric Maxson reports the 40mm gun has jammed. Crew Chief 2nd Lieutenant Peters is assisting him. We're without 40mm. We're firing the 125mm, but we don't have the in-between for smaller groups. We can't waste howitzer ammunition on smaller groups of infected. 1400. Command demands to know why more and more infected are breaching the barricade. This really doesn't look good. Peters has fixed the gun. We're unloading round after round now into crowds of infected. 1425. They just keep coming. The ground is a dark shade of red. We're circling again and firing more 125mm howitzer rounds. 1430. Morty warns the crew that we may have to rearm. I now see what Forward Command was talking about. The other gunship, AC-130U, is running dry as well. 1435. Estimated 1,200 infected KIA. Looks to be last horde of infected arriving. Estimated 300 plus infected. We can do this. Team 2 informs me they're barely holding. They have lost a 15th of their unit. This is not good. 1440. Ran out of 125mm howitzer shells. On last 2 packs for 40mm Bofors cannon. Estimated 125 plus infected left, reaching 5th perimeter now. 1450. All clear. 2600 25mm rounds left. All other ammo depleted. Returning to Firebase Alpha to rearm. Team 2 is rebuilding barricade fast. 1455. On approach to Firebase Alpha strip, Control tells us to get back out quickly. Something's wrong. Firebase Alpha's warning us that some kind of very powerful giant infected is reaching the area. First line of defense is lost and are retreating. 1500. We need to get back in the air now. Control warns us that the creature's breached final line of defense. Weapons useless against it. Haim has an idea. We're keeping the plane on brakes, but readying 40mm. Creatures reach the inside of airbase. Multiple casualties. Looking at the size. Texting around a positioned gun. Creatures heading straight for us. Readying 125mm. This is against protocol. It's unethical. 1553. 125mm howitzer and 40mm Bofors fired directly at creature. Knockback power is incredible. Damage is visibly dealt to creature. Creature is large, at least 7 meters tall, humanoid, muscular, a pale salmon red. Yellow dyes, pulsing muscles visible as well as large pulsating carnivorals and palpules emanating blood and white liquid, most likely pus, visible wound from shells. 125mm took off creature's arm. Blood is a dark yellow color. Creature is getting back up. 1555. Another round was fired. Creature successfully dispatched. Damage assessment underway. Command urges Control to get us rearmed to patrol again. Control Command at disagreement right now. 1600. Being refueled and rearmed. 1620. In the air again. 1630. Distress signal from surviving SEAL Team 3, Troop 1, Platoon 1 sent out. Confirmed. 5 SEALs from Platoon 1 survived. Platoon 2 dispatched to provide aid. New orders issued to SEAL Platoon 1 and 2. These orders are not heard over communications. 1700. It's been quiet. Morty warns that this isn't a good sign. 1730. All clear. Communications cut on. SEAL Platoon 1 and 2 are encountering heavy resistance, including a creature matching the description of the one faced at Firebase Alpha. Morty requests permission from Command to engage and provide air support. Command does not answer. 1733. Command denies request to provide support. No other air support will be dispatched as well. Morty makes a request again. Command refuses due to executive orders. 1735. Comm opens up again. SEAL platoons are down to 13 men altogether. Requests immediate assistance. Command denies. 1740. Morty motions and orders pilots to take us inside the city. Tells us he will accept full responsibility for this, but that this is an order, and he's a superior officer. Command orders us to immediately return to position. Communications with command are cut off at the moment by Rimmer. SEALs advised to find cover. We are engaging hostiles. 1745. Targets eliminated. This special infected seems stronger than the one we encountered earlier. Hostile op force spotted, with RPGs fired, RPGs, flares deployed. SEAL advised to take out hostile op for. 1750. Hit by RPG. Losing altitude, but stable now. Something just hit the tail of the craft. Second RPG hit. Creatures confirmed crippled, but still alive. 1753. SEALs confirmed all targets eliminated. Multiple sustained damages, but still in the air. Unidentified humanoid creature breaks into craft. Hull breached. 1900. Multiple crew killed. Rimmer, Maxim, Haim, Morty, and Weaver confirmed alive. All other crew dead. Weaver and Haim have sustained multiple injuries. Unknown what creature got inside. AC 130U is downed. We've taken refuge inside a building with the SEALs. Communications are down. Not that command would help us now. We grabbed ammunition and weapons, and we grabbed the wounded. I still have our log. We're keeping quiet. Better to not use our weapons and ammo if we don't have to. We're going to move when the majority of them pass. Hopefully make it to RV Echo, the final location the SEALs must get to. During last communication with RV Echo, Marines have already taken refuge and are defending the area with surviving civilians. It will be a 4-mile hike, made more difficult since we have to stay off the main streets. I've been tasked with carrying the log, but recording further information within LTJG Hudson's Journal. No point in writing 2 logs. This is AC 130U, Scorpio's crew. Last official log during Operation Sterilization. AFC Rainer, Chris H.